Let's have a look at acid-forming foods now. These acid-forming foods are high in the acid-forming minerals, which is phosphorus, sulfur, and chlorine. So what foods are high in phosphorus, sulfur, and chlorine? Meat. This explains why Dr. Colin Campbell found he could turn cancer cells on and off like a switch by the amount of meat and dairy products.
Hello and welcome back. I'm Barbara O'Neill, and today I'm here to talk about a topic that affects so many of us, cancer. It's time to wake up and confront the shocking truth surrounding this disease that claims millions of lives each year. Did you know that approximately 1 in 4 men and 1 in 5 women will be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime? In this video, we'll uncover some uncomfortable truths about cancer, including the role of lifestyle, environment, and diet in its progression. As a thank you for joining me today, we're giving away 100 free copies of my best-selling book to subscribers. So if you haven't yet, hit subscribe, like this video, and comment why you want to win.
Genetically modified foods. Genetically modified foods are the result of 2 species' DNA being sliced together. For instance, the DNA of an Atlantic salmon and the DNA of a tomato, spliced together in the hope of creating a tomato that will grow in the snow. But it doesn't. And there's this huge grey area that they don't know what they're doing. Genetically modified foods create molecules that the body doesn't know. Genetically modified foods have the ability to tamper with your DNA. Genetically modified foods cause cancer. What's cancer? Cancer is a mutation of the cells. What causes the mutation of the cell? The mutation in the DNA. What causes the mutation in the DNA? Genetically modified food can do that, and so can these other things. Well, how do you know? Because I know in America, Australia, New Zealand, they do not have to state if the food has been genetically modified. The safest thing to do is to go organic. Now, we are not 100% organic, very difficult to go 100%, but you do the best that you can.
Genetically modified foods may increase the risk of cancer in a few ways. One of the main concerns is that genetic modifications can create proteins that our bodies aren't used to. When new DNA is inserted into a plant or even animal, it can lead to the production of unfamiliar proteins. Since our bodies don't recognize these proteins, they may trigger inflammation. Over time, this inflammation can damage cells and increase the chances of cancer developing. Another problem is the chemicals used with genetically modified crops. For example, many GM crops are designed to tolerate herbicides like glyphosate. This means farmers can spray more of these chemicals without harming the crop, but it also means higher amounts can end up in our food. Glyphosate has been linked to cancer, including non-Hodgkin lymphoma, by some health organisations. So eating food with traces of these herbicides may add to cancer risk. Research also shows that genetic modifications can change the natural balance within the modified plant or animal. This can lead to the overproduction of certain toxins or allergens, which our bodies then have to deal with. If these substances cause DNA damage, it can increase the chances of mutations. When mutations happen, cells can start growing uncontrollably, which is what leads to cancer. Eating genetically modified foods over a long period might make these mutations more likely, raising the risk of cancer.
Do you know, to date they have tested 1.5 million different yeasts and fungus, and 1,000 of those are known to cause disease in mankind. It's the mould waste that is the most toxic, and different mould waste affects different body parts. If you just Google cancer fungus, you will see a whole area come up there. So how do we get it out of the body? Number 1, starve it. What's its favourite food? Sugars. If we get someone coming to us wanting help with cancer, we even take them off fruit for 6 weeks. Because this is such an important subject, and I believe so important, and it's almost pivotal, knowing and managing our health to know the roles that these microbes play, I have written a book on the subject. It's called Self-Heal by Design. And I think Amelia, here's Amelia, front row. Amelia's my right hand, I nearly said man, lady. And she has, I think she has some on a table out there. And the book goes into detail on how you can do this. And what I have done is I've put in more detail what I've presented today, but I have quoted many books. I'm acting as a journalist. There are many that have done the research, and I certainly quote them. So basically, you've got to stop anything that will feed it. Remember, they're just opportunist organisms. So the more they're fed, the more they'll hang around. Also, one must check the house. I'm sure there's a lot of mould activity in my compost bin, but it's nowhere near my house. There must not be any mould in the house. If there is, you've got to find out why. Never put bleach on mould. You put bleach on mould, you will create one of the most toxic mixtures on the planet and has killed people. So how do we get rid of it? White vinegar. If there's any mould in your house, you put a mask on, put white vinegar in a spray bottle, spray it, and leave the room immediately. Come back 15 minutes later and you can wipe it up. If you spray and wipe, the dust comes off, it'll go through your pores of your skin, you can inhale it. This is toxic stuff. You've got to keep away from it. And then, when you've wiped it all up, then you get a damp cloth and put something like clove essential oil and wipe that over. And then go to the phone and ring the plumber or the builder or the man that can clean all the leaves out of your gutter. You just got to find out why it is there. It should not be there. The house should be clean, dry, airy, let the sun in.
Mould and yeast can sometimes lead to cancer because of the toxins they produce. Mould, for example, can release something called aflatoxins, which are really harmful chemicals. You often find these toxins in mouldy food like grains or nuts that weren't stored properly. If you eat food with aflatoxins regularly, it can seriously damage your liver. Over time, this damage can cause mutations in liver cells, which can eventually lead to liver cancer. It's a big risk, especially in areas where food storage is a problem, since mould grows easily in warm, humid places. Then there's yeast, specifically a type called Candida. Now, Candida is naturally found in your body, but if it grows out of control, it can become an issue. An overgrowth of Candida can lead to long-term inflammation, and this constant irritation can damage your cells, potentially leading to cancer. Candida also produces a byproduct called acetaldehyde, which is actually a carcinogen. This substance can mess with your DNA and increase the risk of mutations, which could eventually cause cancer, especially in your gut. To lower your risk, try to reduce exposure to mould and yeast. For mould, always store foods like grains and nuts in a cool, dry place and never eat anything that looks or smells mouldy. Keeping your home dry and well ventilated is also key, especially in damp areas like the bathroom. For yeast, especially Candida, focus on keeping a balanced diet. Try to cut down on sugar and refined carbs, since those can fuel yeast growth. Eating probiotics like yogurt or other fermented foods can also help keep Candida in check by supporting good bacteria in your gut. Taking care of these small details can make a big difference in keeping your body healthy and reducing the risk of these issues turning into something more serious.
No wonder so many are mineral deficient today. And on top of that, you put something else into the body that's leaching the minerals that are there, stimulants. We've got a nation today who are just about living on the stimulants. They're always tired, so what do they take to get a pick-me-up? Caffeine. Now, caffeine is very effective at leaching calcium and magnesium out of the body. Now, they're two very important minerals. So let's say we've got a person who's mineral deficient to start with, and on top of that, they're drinking the coffee. No wonder so many people are mineral deficient, and that, of course, is causing damage in the DNA. Sugar. How could something so sweet be so poisonous? We have 3 books in our library at home, or in our health centre, I should say. One's called Sweet Poison by David Gillespie. I think many people have heard of that or maybe read it. Another one's called Pure, White and Deadly by Dr. Yutkin from England. In one of his chapters, he claims it should be banned. It is so toxic. And the other book is called Sugar Blues, because you know what sugar does? It causes a high, then it causes a low. There's the blues down there. And because of this high, low that the sugar causes, pancreases are wearing out, the arteries are breaking down, 300 diabetics, actually I think it's up to 400 now, 400 diabetics diagnosed daily in Australia. That's daily, and I'm pretty sure New Zealand won't be much different. Because I look at your shops, I look in your supermarkets, and yeah, New Zealanders are eating much what Aussies are eating. Many people are sick through ignorance. Many people do not realise what these foods are doing to them. Another is tobacco. 4,000 chemicals in one cigarette. Whew. We had a lady last program, just last week. She was coming off 30 cigarettes. No, she was coming off a packet of cigarettes a day for 30 years. And it was the first time she'd stopped. At the end of the week, she said, I can't believe I'm not suffering more. Why aren't I suffering more? I said, well, you've done a couple of days on juices. You're having the steam sauna every afternoon, diving into the mountain stream, back into the steam bath. You're sweating out a lot of the poisons. And when you sweat out those poisons, they're not in your body for your body to have to withdraw from as much. She was excited. She said, I just watched my mother die from lung cancer, and I made her a promise on her deathbed that I would stop smoking. I said to her, how do you think you'll go? She said, well, I'm going to give it my best shot. I said, great. That's good. It's nasty stuff. Many die from not only the lung diseases, but many associated diseases that can be linked with tobacco. Alcohol's a neurotoxin. It's a brain poison. There is no safe dose of this. Now, that statement I just said, there is no safe dose of alcohol, the health department in Australia have issued that warning. No safe dose of it. It's a neurotoxin. It should never enter the human body. But what we're looking at now is causing DNA damage. Children are being born today with holes in the honeycomb shape around the lungs from smoking parents. Children can develop emphysema when they're getting into even their 30s, never having smoked just because of the weakened lungs from their parents. We're getting children born today with fetal alcohol syndrome. This just isn't parents drinking, or the mother, drinking alcohol in pregnancy, though that is dangerous. This is the DNA that both parents have given their children. What's also causing damage in the DNA is chemicals. It is estimated that we are introduced to 30,000 every year. You have no say over your neighbour's house, but you have total say over your little castle.
When we look at the links between mineral deficiencies, poor eating habits, and cancer, it becomes clear that they are closely related. Minerals like calcium and magnesium are crucial for keeping our bodies healthy and our immune system strong. If we're drinking a lot of caffeine, we can deplete these minerals, making us more susceptible to illness, including cancer. Let's not forget about sugar. We often think of it as just a sweet treat, but high sugar intake can lead to serious health issues. It causes our insulin levels to spike, which creates inflammation in the body. Chronic inflammation is a significant risk factor for cancer because it creates an environment where tumours can thrive. Those ups and downs in blood sugar can also weaken our defences against diseases. Tobacco is another major player in the cancer game. With over 4,000 chemicals in cigarettes, many of which are known to cause cancer, smoking directly damages our DNA. This damage can lead to mutations that allow cancer cells to grow. Even if you don't smoke, being around someone who does can still put you at risk, as secondhand smoke contains those same harmful chemicals. And we can't overlook alcohol. It's a neurotoxin that can harm our cells and disrupt our body's natural repair processes. Research shows a clear link between alcohol consumption and various cancers, including breast and liver cancer.
Number 2, you got to kill this fungus. I think we've got to get away from the kill mentality, but there are herbs that will kill fungus and won't kill you. One is garlic, another is olive leaf extract. Portiaco is a South American herb. In my book I list all of the different essential oils and herbs that can kill fungus. Number 3, we've got to bring back the balance. Flood the gastrointestinal tract with the good guys, which is a probiotic. And number 4 is alkalize. The most alkaline foods you can take into your body are the vegetables. And of the vegetable kingdom, the most alkaline is greens. So green barley, spirulina. I met a man in America who had cured his cancer by just taking green barley 4 times a day. You see, cancer loves an acid environment. Mold loves an acid environment. And you've got to get the sunshine into your house, get the sunshine into your body, on your body. And number 5 is Ormus. You put this into the web, you'll get a whole spiel on it. It's orbitally rearranged monoatomic elements. So it's a mineral supplement, and they're minerals in a monoatomic form. And this monoatomic form, research in America is showing it can heal DNA damage. So here we are, healing the DNA damage. In my book I have a chapter on genetics, and the last page of that chapter I explain the Ormus. But basically it's a mineral supplement. It's been dropped out of seawater, and it's minerals in a monoatomic form, healing the DNA damage. The human body will heal itself if you give it the right conditions. And these are the conditions that the body needs to be able to get rid of any build-up yeast or fungus that may be in the body. We've had some very remarkable turnarounds from cancer at our health retreat. We had one man come, I think it was 2 years ago now. He was Lebanese. He and his family own a huge strawberry farm in Melbourne, right down the bottom of Australia. He did not really want to come to our health retreat, but his wife and his daughter were very keen. His daughter was about 30. So he did the whole program, and we did some specific treatments helping to alkalize, gave him the herbs. He heard all the lectures and he sort of half listened. And then he went home and he rang me up 4 months later, very excited. He had prostate cancer. He said, "I've just been to the doctor and tested and I'm clear."
When it comes to treating cancer naturally, it's all about creating an environment that helps the body heal itself. One important aspect is tackling fungal and yeast overgrowth. You might not realise it, but these microorganisms can contribute to inflammation and weaken your immune system, making it harder for your body to fight off cancer. Garlic is a fantastic option here. It contains allicin, a powerful compound that can fight off fungal infections and boost your immune response. Olive leaf extract is another great choice. It has oleuropein, which can inhibit fungal growth and also provides antiviral and antibacterial benefits. Then there's piao, a South American herb that can help target harmful microorganisms, promoting a healthier balance in your gut. Speaking of the gut, let's not overlook its vital role in overall health. A healthy gut is crucial for a strong immune system. Probiotics like those found in yogurt or supplements introduce beneficial bacteria into your digestive system. These good guys help crowd out harmful bacteria and produce substances that reduce inflammation. When your gut is happy and balanced, your body is far more capable of fighting off diseases, including cancer. You also need to think about the pH level in your body. Cancer cells thrive in acidic environments, so eating more alkaline foods can help shift your body's pH in a healthier direction. Greens, especially things like spirulina and green barley, are among the best foods for this purpose. Green barley is packed with antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals that aid detoxification, while spirulina is loaded with protein and essential fatty acids that support overall wellness. Don't forget about the importance of sunlight. Getting some natural sunlight allows your body to produce vitamin D, which plays a key role in regulating cell growth and strengthening the immune system. Just be sure to get moderate exposure to make the most of its benefits. Thank you for joining me today as we explored the shocking truths about cancer. Remember, knowledge is power, and by understanding the risks and taking proactive steps, we can make a real difference in our health. If you found this information helpful, please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights on health and wellness. Together we can spread awareness and empower ourselves and our loved ones. Until next time, take care and stay healthy.